So let me get this straight. There's technology out there that you worked for, you were a representative for, that would revolutionize everything, get rid of oil, get rid of gas combustion cars, and it was shelved.
¿Cuál es la noticia?
Where are the news?
Bueno, mi nombre es Miguel Celades.
His name is Miguel Celades, and he promoted this car that runs on air. If you compress air 300 times, 300 bars, you've got accumulated energy that then you'll be able to use. And with compressed air, it's pretty much the same. Instead of gas, you just have compressed air that enters and pushes it down.
Otro amigo estuvimos investigando.
They were looking with a friend of his. They were looking for a man or a scientist who had built engines running with water. But then they found out that there was the news of this French man inventing this engine with air. And what he did was all the campaign for this engine to be known around all TVs around the world. And he raised all the money for the project from investors around all over the world.
So how was the process working for this company?
Bueno, había interés.
They had the money, they have the science, but there was no political will. The politicians were against it.
Algunos políticos se interesaron. Por ejemplo, el gobernador de California, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Some politicians, some state figures like Fidel Castro and prime ministers from several countries, even Arnold Schwarzenegger, they wanted the car, but they wanted the finished car. And they couldn't create this finished car because of all the laws that exist, making it basically impossible to be made.
How were they impeded in doing their work from finishing the car?
So they have two ways. Guns, or they just give money, and this is the way they stop people investigating about it. In this case, the inventor, he chose the money they gave him.
Who gave him money, and about how much was it to stop this idea, and why didn't the person buying this idea continue it?
Que es Ratan Tata, de Tata Motors.
The owner of Tata Cars in India, he's the one who paid an enormous amount of money. He doesn't want to say how much, but he knows the number, the cipher. He's doing virtually nothing. This company, they're creating some cars, but only very small cars for airports and in very small numbers. And so he's saying that they're not really they're not showing interest in this technology.
If they spend a lot of money for it and they're not showing that much interest for it, what's going on here?
It's because of all the money they would stop receiving if this technology was successful. Basically, they wouldn't be able to tax air because it's too obvious. And actually, every 1 liter of gas, which in Spain, which is the price is €1.40 around, €1 is just €1 is just taxes, and the rest is actually gas.
Wow.
Most car factories they receive tons of money from governments that are actually almost owned by governments, and this new technology needs a lot of investigation, and they're not doing it. Thank you so much, especially for being interested in free energy, because this is one of the key factors that governments in the system has everyone by the balls.
Well, I think really, mate, is to harmonise with the ultimate reality of what is occurring, that we face ecological crisis. As I heard a wonderful quote lately, we have faced the choice do we save capitalism and ditch the planet, or ditch the planet and save capitalism? For me,
and they came to me one morning specifically, of course with guns, with a band. They told me, hey, if you still mess around with this, you know what's going to happen.